place where legends have long stood for excellence. Names like Broyles, Holtz, McFadden, Jones, and Johnson. And when they call the Hogs, it is a rite of passage. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Gamecocks will boot it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Arkansas's offense will go to work first. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority.
Makes the grab right down the middle. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he reels it in inside the 30. There have been many days for the Razorbacks where big plays from the quarterback came by running like Matt Jones, but that was a beautiful throw.
Man, I played against Matt Jones. Played in the SEC Championship game my sophomore year. We beat him 30-3, by the way. Just side note, but just dynamic player. But you're right. Always ground team, ground and pound. When they got that ability to keep some balance, these teams can open up and Arkansas can have great seasons.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. Fights off the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the Hogs have put up the first touchdown of the game, and whooping.
Pig going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited. And you get out to the lead early, putting that score on the board, they are going nuts.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will take the field for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think Jeff, that, and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really...
And the pass rush, he is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Corrals it at the 45. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw on first down. Has to throw this off his back foot. And incomplete on the deep ball. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Got his man downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And the Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Trying play action. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. The Razorbacks are on the move. Tight end now in motion. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Takes the handoff. It's Poole. Oh, he's got some space. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that assist.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Quick step and go. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. This offense has it with really good field position. Throws to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they add 6 more to the board with that triple dude has just put his snout down, sharpened up those horns, and run through the defense. Another touchdown for this Hog running back.
I mean, how awesome is it? You know it's coming. You know he's the featured guy, but that's how good Arkansas is up front. Able to pave lanes, play physical, and just run the dang football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. From inside the 15, here's the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Bringing the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Caught behind the line. It's Durham. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Gamecocks decide to punt it away. Wants to return it. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. From the gun, running back gets to give. Past the first down marker and still running. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Power football with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The offense changing the play. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Back open in the middle. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Kansas State has just had no answer to the ferocious tail kicking they're taking today. And if you thought this coach was colorful before, wait till his postgame. They're trailing by 14 to Oklahoma State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll do it himself. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys are...
Turns it on down the left side. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Wants to pass. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Yeah, and I love when you make no bones about it. Bring in the beef, all the tight ends, the extra offensive linemen. Give it to the fullback. Let him plow ahead. You knew it was coming, and you couldn't stop.
PAT unit on the field. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
They'll send the back in motion. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
Why not double the try total and go for 2?
Come on, Zach!
They'll send the tight end in motion. He's looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they tack on a little more to this big lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Pressure coming. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Got his man quickly. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. And here comes the punt team. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You could tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And with that last carry, he hits a C note. 100 yards already.
He's been patient, and he's been waiting for those blocks to set up, and then he's been bursting through the hole. He's really shown you a little bit of everything, and by the way, it's still the first half.
And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Razorbacks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Here we go.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Arkansas! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's hear another hog call and send it back to the guys in Razorback Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Nothing went right in that first half in the first order of business here. There he goes! Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense.
They'll go to the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, nope.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention and week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Looking for a man. It's Woods. Throws to the wideout. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Sweet cut there. Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Toledo is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in the MAC, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 8 over Colorado State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll return it from around the 50. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back to throw, it's Woods. Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Here's a hit. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. 1st down here for the offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Picked up some yards on the last completion, but it's third down. He's looking downfield to throw. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that catch for the first down? We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires.
And unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away.
I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
Here comes the 2-point try. Dropping back, it's Woods. He makes the grab in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. I don't think it would have killed them to kick it there. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. On the ground, it's Durham. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Tootin. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. He'll set up to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Chubb. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. They'll try the run. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Here comes the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they Gamecocks will send out the punt unit.
Number 13, Hogs to kick it away.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Off-play action on first down. On the move and looking deep. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Give to the single back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Right back to it. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Now, a 4th down.
And the Razorbacks will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Scanning the field, it's Woods. Fires to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking for the score. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
You got to love this job by the defense here in their own end. They're doing an outstanding job in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. Everybody's getting to their marks. They're breaking on the ball, and they forced 3 straight incompletions.
Touchdown, Arkansas! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Handoff from the gun. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. To the air on second down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the grab close to the logo. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Tennessee looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over the field like Smokey in the pregame. They're up by 18 over Northern Illinois. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On over the middle, it's Vaughn. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. There's the pressure. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. And his first throw here is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here we go. Looking downfield, it's Woods. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. To the air on 1st down. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
And the Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. He'll keep it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Under fire. Fires one high and deep. Snags it. And he crosses the goal line. He gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Hey, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking to throw, it's Woods. Throwing right. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Razorbacks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Finds a little space. Turning it on! The 10! And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Now the play fake. Looking for space to the left. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. He'll start this drive going to the air. And the pass was broken up, incomplete, and there's a flag on the field. This could be offensive holding. This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. From the gun, under fire, and the quarterback is down at the 11-yard line. Timeout called by the defense, 13 seconds to go. And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Finds just enough daylight. Work his way up to the 19-yard line. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. The Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are, but when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.